Bloodhunt have just released the June community update patch notes, and there's a lot to unpack here between improvements, bug fixes, and balance changes. So grab a blood bag, make yourself comfy, and let's have a look at the important bits. What's up guys, I'm Motion, and I'm kind of like the Bloodhunt gameplay expert. Can you call me an expert? Let's roll with it. So the update is set to roll out on the 8th of June and contains some pretty substantial changes. The first of which is going to be a change to how aiming works on controllers. They're replacing the old dynamic curve with a traditional exponential one. This basically means that aiming and turning is going to feel a lot more consistent and precise. The patch notes go into a little bit more detail on this and explain how the aim assist works in both aim slowdown and turn assist. So if you want to check out more information, I'll leave a link down below. Moving on to the bug fixes. They fixed a bug that was causing performance issues if you didn't skip the intro cinematic. On PS5, they fixed an issue that was causing some of the Founders Edition items to disappear after you'd unlocked a Battle Pass item. Again, on PS5, the adaptive triggers no longer get stuck in the activated state. Saboteur's Unseen Passage no longer gets stuck in the activation stage, where it just keeps making noise. Not great for hiding. They fixed an issue where you couldn't target the Earthshock directly below you. That's a big win for me. I can finally play Vandal again. There's a partial fix to an issue that caused the matchmaker to sometimes not find a teammate when you're going into duos or trios. Apparently the trophy and achievement from Prague to Malbo was bugged. I didn't know, but that's been fixed. You can no longer lose all of your ammo when picking up a weapon of the same type while reloading. They fixed an issue resulting in first-time Bloodhunt players not getting matched against other new players. They fixed a few exploits that were being abused, one of which is an armor bug, which allows you to have 2 armor plates at the same time. Crazy, right? They also clarified which outfits are clan specific in the Battle Pass and the Flash Store. This will make it a lot easier when you're buying skins. They've also added support for variable refresh rate on PS5. This means if you have a television or a monitor which is capable of doing this, the game will appear smoother. Now, I wanted to cover the known issues before doing the balance changes because that's the interesting bit. The infinite loading screen, they think they have a fix. This is planned for the next patch. Red gas desync, again, they have a fix for it, but it's planned for the next update. Respawning in the red gas in the Bloodhunt mode, that's still on their to-do list. Getting stuck in a falling animation, this is one that's happened to me a couple of times. You basically just get suspended in nothingness, like on a chair. I hate chairs. They're having trouble reproducing this in testing, so if this has happened to you, take a clip of it, send it to them on the Discord. Thank you. Sometimes items that have fallen from an elevated surface can't be picked up. They're working on this for the next update. Some people are unable to complete the Blade Master challenge. This is something else they're working on for the next update. The reload bug hasn't been patched. Apparently this is a lot bigger than they originally thought, so it's lots of different issues all coming together to create one big one. They're working on this. They'll keep us up to date. They're also still working on the Phantom Red Gas. This is where you're at the edge of a zone and you're still taking zone damage, even though on your screen you're not in the gas. These aren't quite ready for release, but they're very close and they'll have some more information for us soon. Moving on to the balance changes. Okay, so the Bloodhunt timer has been decreased from 60 seconds down to 40 seconds, which is quite a big difference. This will improve your odds of survival while still encouraging you to uphold the Masquerade. This will also have quite a large effect to some of the perks you can get for your archetypes, some of which double the timer for a Bloodhunt, so that might become an interesting perk now. The Enforcer Flesh of Marble ability has been decreased in duration from 4.2 seconds down to 3 seconds, which is quite a lot. This might not solve the core issues with the Enforcer, but this should keep them in check while they're working on other solutions. Shotguns have had a massive nerf. Both the pump-action shotgun and the double-barreled shotgun are receiving nerfs to their damage, spread, and effective damage range, with the pump-action shotgun receiving a small fire rate buff. I'll go over all the details and numbers in a separate video, but basically the old green shotguns are going to become the new purple ones with a slight damage nerf. Make sure to check out my top 5 weapons list to see which weapons you should be using now that the shotguns are nerfed. Shotguns are still going to be a very good counter to melee, they're just not going to be able to do the damage at range anymore. Speaking of melee, they've decreased the lifesteal you can get from 50% down to 30%. This is quite the nerf, and I'm not sure if this is the right way of doing it, but it will mean that players that you damaged before they started hitting you will be a little bit easier to kill. They'll be keeping an eye on the results of this to see if it's in the right direction, and they may change this later on. The last change is to the Revive Invulnerability timer. This has been increased from 0.75 seconds to 1 second. This will allow you enough time to do something as you stand up, as opposed to immediately being downed again. And that about wraps it up for the patch notes. Make sure to follow me on Twitch as I'll be testing out all of these changes live on the patch day. As always, if you found the video useful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of the updates and changes.